Hbar just got some really bullish news, but it's really a lot more bullish than people have put together. Because on this channel, we go down the rabbit hole and we try to connect the pieces of what is the big picture and the significance of any news. So I'm going to put those pieces together for you with the help of one of my friends, and you're going to understand that this bullish news that just came out about Hedera is more bullish long term than you think. And I'm excited to share it with you. Now, I'm Uncle Ray with the Crypto Bellwether. I don't always tell you what you want to hear, but I tell you what you need to hear to make an informed decision. Now, before we dive into this, when I say I don't tell you what you want to hear, my last Hbar video broke my heart, but I had to share the tokenomics. I'm not going to get into it, and it's not going to hold Hbar back long term, but you need to understand about Hbar's tokenomics. So I'll leave a link down below if you want to check it out. And I say all that with love because it is one of my favorite projects. Now, what's the news? Well, Dell Technologies joins Hedera Governing Council to help automate distributed ledger technology. Now, guys, you know, when I was a young man, Dell was the powerhouse, and they're still a global player, and they are going to help move the needle long term for Hedera. Now, they're going to be building different applications on Hedera. That alone is extremely bullish. But now I have a buddy that helped explain and put the pieces together of how this ties in to IOTA and Intel and another project that they've been working on. So this is not only bullish news for Hedera, but it's bullish news for IOTA as well. And with some help from my buddy at DHN Crypto, I'm going to tie this in together. Now, if you're not familiar with DHN Crypto, go check him out, guys. He does some really deep dives, and he helps me a lot putting the pieces together. Now, here's the thing. A year or so ago, IOTA, Intel, and Dell got together and created a project called Alvarium. Well, the significance of that is Alvarium has a node on Hedera. Now, he explained to me how all that ties in together because when you have Intel and Dell working with IOTA through the Alvarium project, the piece that they needed was the node on Hedera. And that's how they're going to be able to scale that project. Now, short term, it's not going to move the needle, guys, but long term, it's extremely positive because Dell's going to be doing all kinds of other projects as well, I'm sure, but this is one that they're tying in together right now. Now, let's take a look at both of the charts, Hedera and IOTA. Guys, Hedera hasn't really pumped during this, whatever you want to call it, this first of the year, rally. But no matter what, I believe in the next bull run, it's going to take out its old high. And that's a pretty good risk reward. I'll let you guys do the math. But take a look at Hedera, guys. If you're not invested, you should take a long, hard look at it. It's not financial advice. But for me, again, to get back to the tokenomics, just so you know where I stand, I have one Hbar bag that's small that I put in cold storage and never, not going to look at it for a long, long time. And then I stack another bag that I'm going to sell into the next bull run because it's going to take a while for the tokenomics to catch up with the demand. So that's why I'm going to be selling my Hbar when it takes out its old high. Maybe not all of it, but I highly recommend you guys get a strategy and understand the tokenomics. Now, let's look at IOTA because, guys, this is a thing of beauty. I did the math before this and I flat out forgot, but guys, I think that is like a 60x between stacking right here and taking out its old high. And guys, both these projects are working really hard and they're growing. Now, I believe that IOTA is going to take a little longer for all that adoption to pan out just because how complex it is. And, IOTA is going to tie all the hardware of the world together with the software. The drones, the red lights, the self-driving cars, all that. IOTA, I think, has a good chance to be the front runner. And guys, it may take some patience, but I'm doing the same thing with my IOTA bags, stacking one just to leave to the side and forget about, and then I'm going to stack another one that I sell into the bull run. And guys, when you look at this chart, it hasn't moved. But if I thought it didn't have real world utility and a future, I might stay away from it. But I think IOTA has a great future, and it's one that I think everyone should consider stacking. Not financial advice. Anyway, guys, that's all I got for you. I just wanted to tie those pieces together and let you know the news, because I'm telling you, what I like to see, I follow the money. And I don't really like the fact that crypto's not going to be the decentralized utopia that we all wanted. Maybe 20 years from now it becomes that. But what I do like to see is Wall Street, the banks, and the governments, the big players that move the world. I like to see their money and adoption move into a project. That's why Ethereum is such a world beater in its ecosystem, because of what I just said. Well, they're giving that type of attention to Hbar, and that's why I love Hbar long term. And I don't know how long it'll take, 2 to 3 years, but the supply and demand will connect, and the tokenomics will go from not being positive to not being an issue whatsoever, in my opinion. And it's one of my absolute favorite projects. That's all I got for you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments section. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Either way, hit that like button and come back and be part of this community. Take care, guys.